officially welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good division rivalry coming up here in the AFC. And these two teams have met once already. So they are more than familiar with one another's tendencies. And maybe more importantly, their weaknesses. It's the Ravens going up against the Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin with a run by Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Breshad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shift together here from the D-line. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
All right, here we go.
A first down carry now for Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, it's Miller. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Right, and that's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone plunk it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. It's a foot race. Kenneth Dixon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And look out. I think he's going to go. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because You don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
They'll set up to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On second down, here's Miller. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw here. Oh, fighting off the defender. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go, Detroit! Detroit!
They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Nifty move. And now running, and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making them.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides. Rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, Hackenberg. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now let's go! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
The second down throw for Hackenberg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Boom. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Leopard. Leopard. Back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Hackenberg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Hackenberg. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Able to power through. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 64 yards. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They come out here in the eye. On third down, it's Hodges. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Hackenberg now to throw on first. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now.
To throw, Hackenberg. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hackenberg on first down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the game.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it again with Miller. And some space here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Now Hackenberg. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On the counter, it's Miller. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Hackenberg. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. They run the counter now on first down. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to throw now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And here now it's second and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find some. Some spark somewhere, and so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Second down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Peterman, and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 82 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the big tight end shifting around. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. All right, here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words,
third down, 15 yards still needed.
Check. Here we go now. Leffert.
Here's Peterman to throw. And on the pitch, the ball's loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here come the Ravens. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
third down. It's Hodges, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find...
Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Peterman to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. No, check.
Out of the gun, Peterman. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Peterman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be...